All right, guys, we are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live, guys. We are live. We are live. I see the other one on here, but I'm not going to use the other one again. Yes. So let's shut this one down. Let's shut this one down. Let's shut this one down. They can't block my show. This thing usually happen here. They want me to keep using my phone sideways like this. All right. Let's get back here again. All right. So let me share my show here to the public. I'm sure you guys can hear me here now. So I'm using my software now because I had that same experience yesterday, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to have it here again. So let's get back here again, folks. Let's get back here to Mr. Witherspoon here. All right. Let's get back to him here. Let's get back to Mr. Witherspoon here. To that criminal here. Let's get back to the criminal here. All right. Let's get back to the criminal right here. And load this thing up here. Let's load it up. All right. It's coming on right now, folks. Let's load this up. Listen to this other episode of Stanton embarrassing us again.
The hard clinical and coursework required to get licenses and jobs.
Another suspect that caught our eye is businessman Stanton Witherspoon, the CEO of a popular media company in Liberia. He was part owner of Siena College, where court documents reveal that he and his co-conspirators, quote, solicited and recruited people seeking nursing credentials and employment as an RN or LPN, and sent and caused others to send, via wire communications, information used to create false and fraudulent transcripts and diplomas from Siena College.
The chief motivation.
What happened? That's my question.
Yep.
That's my question I have today. What happened? Yes. What happened to our grandfather money that Stanton collected? What happened to it?
Listen.
Number one, three questions. Three questions.
Yep.
What happened to our grandfather hospital case?
He stole the
The
money.
operator on our grandfather, they messed up.
Yep.
That's one
He stole
case.
the money.
Number two, what happened to our grandfather nursing home case?
Yep.
They didn't take care of our grandfather good, and something happened at that nursing home. The Papi had sore all his body. The Papi's situation was worse. Something happened at that nursing home. That was a nursing home case. What happened to that case?
Good. Ask that question. Ask them. Go ahead again.
Also, what happened to our grandfather life insurance?
That's why he in court.
We're not talking about Stanton made stories. We're
Yes,
talking
that's what he
about
does.
true story.
That's why he
What
does.
that true story? What we want facts. We don't want no story that Stanton made up. We want to know what happened with these cases.
That's true.
With these cases, matter of fact, two
Yep.
cases
Yep.
and one life insurance. I call it life insurance case.
Yes.
What happened to that? We need answer.
Ask the question. Ask the question.
You
Ask the
brought
question.
small money in
Yep.
Upper Darby. These things were hiding from some of us until it was revealed that all your money you get,
Yes.
all that money that Stanton get, that from the Papi, if the Papi wasn't going to have that situation he had, and if the Papi wasn't going to die, Stanton wouldn't have been buying houses and all this thing. But right, Stanton owed all his brother, his oldest brother, and his oldest sister.
Yeah.
He owed them. Bring all that document, disclose it so we can believe you.
Yep.
Bring it all and bring the actual number, the check that they release.
Yep.
Bring that check The fact check. Not no or Stanton story check. We want a real check. Bring a real check document. The real check document.
There
For
you
all
go.
this or things, you close
That's why
everybody
he going to
up.
court.
All your
Yeah.
But the big story on Action News tonight is the
story
local
again.
connection to what federal investigators call a massive scheme to sell
Massive
fake
scheme.
nursing degrees.
Yeah.
We learned today that 2 Burlington County residents are among 25 people charged with operating the nationwide ring.
Yeah.
Now, according to investigators, the group peddled more than 7,000 bogus degrees and
You
nursing
heard it.
certificates to the tune of more than $100 million. Action News reporter John Paul joining us live in Camden tonight. And John, the feds say some of these fake nurses put real patients in danger.
Yeah, and that is the real concern tonight, Brian, that they may not have the background to actually treat people in a hospital-type setting. You know, I've confirmed tonight that Delaware actually annulled the licenses of 26 nurses already. And the feds tonight, they're charging people across the country, including 2 in South Jersey.
In South Jersey, yeah.
All of us feel this is egregious.
That's why he did.
Strong words from the executive director of Delaware's Board
That's
of
why he
Nursing
did.
after learning of a massive scheme out of Florida to sell fake nursing degrees. And tonight, we've confirmed 26 nurses in Delaware had their licenses annulled in connection to the fake degrees.
These people who went to these Florida schools did not complete the curriculum, the education, and the clinical training that is required of all nurses to be eligible to sit to take their licensure exam and to be licensed as a nurse.
She says there are no reports of patients being harmed, but tonight 25 people across the country face charges for their involvement in
That's
the
why he's
scheme
going to jail.
that brought in more than $100 million, including Stanton Witherspoon and Alfred
There you go.
Sellew of Burlington County, New Jersey.
He's home? Okay. Can we talk to him?
That man though. That man that they went to your house. They stole the money house. I say right there. He cannot come outside. The money he stole, the janitor that went to your house there. He cannot come outside. Stole the people money. He can't come outside. Then he going to check with lawyer. What they who's putting the man here? The man stole the money. He can't come outside. That the man over the janitor waiting for him. He can't come outside. He ran away now in Florida there. They continue to play. Tomorrow he will be on the news. Watch out. Tomorrow he will be on the news because the news will be down there tomorrow. Tomorrow evening he will be on the news. They will show him for real now. Tomorrow he's going to be on the news because tomorrow is his sentencing. He's going to be on the news. There will be journalists down there. They're going to see him. We'll record it. We'll record it tomorrow. Tomorrow the guy will be on the news.
We tracked down Witherspoon at his home in Burlington today, but family members said he couldn't talk. Over the phone, he told me he had to check in with his lawyer. Wednesday night, the Department of Justice released findings of what was dubbed Operation Nightingale.
Tomorrow he's going to
When
be
we
on
talk
the
about
news.
a nurse's education
Listen to the
and
man.
credentials, shortcut is not a word we want to use.
Now the
That's what he
FBI is working to notify state nursing boards to ensure that unqualified nurses are not working in healthcare.
You're playing with people's health. How dare you play with someone else like that?
Yeah.
It is important to note those nurses in Delaware, they have the right to appeal this decision. I also reached out to the nursing boards in Pennsylvania and in New Jersey.
Yes.
Still waiting to hear back from them.
Why do you want to come
Live in
on?
Camden,
Why?
John Paul, Channel 6, Action News. Brian.
It also tarnishes the reputation of nurses who actually did the hard clinical
That's what he
and
did.
coursework required to get licenses and jobs.
Another suspect that caught our eye is businessman Stanton Witherspoon, the CEO of a popular media company in Liberia. He was part owner of Siena College, where court documents reveal that he and his co-conspirators, quote, solicited and recruited people seeking nursing credentials and employment as an RN or LPN, and sent and caused others to send via wire communications
Wire fraud.
information used to create false and fraudulent transcripts
That's a
and
criminal.
diplomas from Siena College.
He's a criminal. Listen to this. He's a criminal. That's who he is. And that's why I want you guys to understand here. The guy is a born criminal. Nobody should associate themselves with that guy. He's a born criminal. Born criminal. That's who he is. Nobody need to associate themselves with him. He's a born criminal. You don't want to associate yourself with criminal. That's who he is. A born criminal. So you don't associate yourself with somebody like that. Never ever associate yourself with somebody. That is why on the platform we name him and we shame him. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what your intentions are. We will make sure that we expose that criminal. He came to this country here instead of getting himself a better education. He didn't do it. He decided to take shortcut. He thinks shortcut is the way to life. No, you cannot take shortcut here. All right, you cannot take shortcut here. The man is a born criminal, and we have to let the Liberian people know about it. All right. So whether you vest or not, at your business. Listen here again. The man is all over the country. All over the country. All right? Let's listen to this one right here. Listen to this one right here. Listen to this one.
Welcome back. Now, last week, ABC7 reporting to our viewers about a warning from authorities to healthcare facilities nationwide after uncovering a scheme that sold thousands of fake diplomas to people working as nurses. The operation, dubbed Operation Nightingale, uncovering 3 nursing schools based in South Florida, which investigators say sold more than 7,600 fraudulent diplomas for about $15,000 apiece. Wow. The local district attorney says in some cases, students would use the fake diplomas to obtain nursing jobs in other states without proper training.
The guys are
when we entrust the life of an elderly parent to the staff of an assisted living or skilled nurse facility,
he's a criminal.
The last thing we want to learn is that the nurses administering the medications, the ones charged with carrying out doctor's order, took shortcuts on their clinical training.
That's Stanton right there.
Authorities are charging 25 people in the scheme across multiple states, including here in Florida, New York, New Jersey, Texas, and Delaware. Agents say they have identified several facilities where people may currently be working as licensed nurses after obtaining their jobs illegally. Investigators are now working with licensing boards in every state to make sure anyone who received a fraudulent diploma no longer provides care. The 25 suspects face fraud and conspiracy charges. 3 schools have now been shut down. The disturbing aspect, why is there such a high demand, though, for these fake diplomas? This afternoon, ABC7 is taking a deeper dive into this question. We're bringing in our own expert to gain some insight on this topic. And joining us now is Meg Harrell, also known as Nurse Meg. Nurse Meg is a registered nurse and nurse educator, focusing her main passion of educating the next generation of nurses with the tools they need to survive in the real world of nursing. Nurse Meg, thank you for joining us. We want to start out by talking about why so many healthcare hopefuls are turning to get fake diplomas. Why are they doing this right now?
Let's go to another one.
Yes, well, a nursing degree is about 2 to 4 years of classroom training and then hours and hours of clinical training on top of that. Now, after you do graduate, you have to take a national exam, and about 30% of people don't pass that national exam. So the allure of a shortcut is pretty enticing.
That's the process.
And how are these fake diplomas not caught by the employee?
That's the process.
I imagine they're making them look just like the real one.
Absolutely. So employers did everything that they were supposed to. They checked the names, they checked the licenses, they checked the schools and the credits that came from these schools. The problem was these schools were accredited. The fraud came with the actual classroom hours and the clinical training. It just wasn't there.
I'll be on the news tomorrow.
And what process do you think could be used in the future to make sure something like this doesn't happen? Because some of these businesses probably think, like you said, we did everything correct.
Yeah, because the guys are
exactly. It's a really hard question, and maybe there needs to be breakdown in the training and hiring processes. Maybe there's something that they can implement in the hospitals to assess their knowledge and skills to the person that they are hiring.
And I imagine this came at such a time. We're in such demand for nurses right now in the industry, especially with COVID. How did this impact the trust with patients, and did anyone, to your knowledge, get injured as a result of these not properly licensed nurses?
Not yet.
So the investigation is ongoing. So far that they say they haven't found any patient harm so far. But like I said, they're still investigating. It's kind of a big deal. Morale and trust is so important. in our field because of our training.
Yeah, and the morale, from what I understand, has been intense anyway because of all the hours nurses are working right now, being short-staffed like a lot of fields, but especially in the health industry. A lot of you do this because you care about.
The other man are making the try here now because I'm going to report here now. He ain't passing me here. You know, the beginning they can add the people, he ain't passing me here now. The Abiton man here. Yeah, he ain't passing me here now. Great man, boss man forever. Yeah, he right here now. The Christian Abiton man that were making the threat on me here, Jenna, for stand up in there. You supporting your criminal here, then you want to say something here? Let me just come to my page here. Hold on, let me come to my page here. All right? You're me to count online here now. You're not spoil yourself here now. Let me come to my page here right now. Let me see here. Let me come to my page here. All right? So he's there. He's saying to me, and the man that was threatening me here right now. Let me come show you the man here right now. You hold on there. And he was threatening me here. Let me come show it to you guys here. Let's come back here. And he was making the threat on me. That now he will come. You see, you're picking it. You're like, you know too much. You know too much. Let me come show it to you, man here. Yeah, the man right here. Let's come right here. Let me share here right here. Yeah, the man that was making plan with me, trying to make threat to me here. Let him right here. Let me see what you guys can see here. Yeah, the man Sonny right here. Let's blow it up here. All right, let's blow the man Sonny up here. Let's open his messenger here. All right, let's move the girlfriend here. All right, yeah, the man right here. Yeah, the Christian Abiton man here. Great man, J. Randy. Boss forever. I'm not your boss forever. All right, I'm not your boss forever. I'm not your boss forever. So he's trying to beg for favoritism now. I'm not his boss forever here. You don't come on people's platform and then you start insulting them here. All right, I'm not his boss forever. So let him start calling me boss forever here. Let me come back here and do something here so you can see it here for yourself here. The very men who are there making that threat here. Oh, and you know, your days are number. Your days are number. All right, so let's see what he's talking about here now. Let me put it up. And you see the man there? There go the man over there now. All right, and the man over there. Yeah, the man, he just sent me the thing at 7:45 p.m. on time. You seen that there? And the man over there right there. And the man right there. All right, that's the man right there. So let me just stop the share and get back here. You don't come on people's platform and start making threat to them here. We're not like Stanton Witherspoon here. This is not Stanton Witherspoon behavior here. Yeah, we work here honestly. You see me every day I go to work. I go put my cartoon, I come back here. All right? We live our honest level. We are not perfect here. But when somebody tell us that this thing here is wrong, we do everything in our weak ways not to get ourselves into any trouble. That's who we are in this country here. So you come here, you in Liberia, you come threaten somebody here, especially when you live in the age of artificial intelligence nowadays. You on Facebook, and Facebook is controlled by the US, and they have some subsidiary around the world. They will just put your record on and say, okay, they made that threat, making threat on somebody in the country here. Fine, we'll put them in record. So you go ahead and keep making threat around here. All right? You must be mind the Stanton man to destroy your record. The man was giving opportunity here to come be better here. There's nothing wrong with the man getting an associate degree. There are a lot of associate degree people in around, including myself. All right? I got my associate degree right over there. All right? There's nothing wrong with somebody getting an associate degree. But when you get up and you want to try to how they call it, when you get up and you want to try to start threatening people because of that man, then that means that you are worse. Because if you threaten that man, if you start threatening that man, then you're getting in trouble. Yeah, you're getting yourself in trouble as well. So do not follow Stanton Witherspoon. Let's get back to here again. Let's get back to here. There are more video. The damage the man caused in the country here, you will see. That one from Florida, right? All right, let's come to the other one here again. Let's come to the other one here and see. Another one coming out again.
The licenses of 2 nurses. Investigators found they were part of a...
They want to Iowa. They want to Iowa that they extend to the damage to which the man had caused. This one is Iowa, all right? This one here is Iowa. That the damage the guy had caused across the whole state. That's it right there. So let's listen to the woman here now. We'll get that done with all one Florida, right? We did Pennsylvania first, New Jersey, New York. This one is in Iowa now. So if you live in Iowa, that the damage the man had done over there. So let's listen to the woman here again. Let's listen to the woman here. Go ahead.
State of Iowa is revoking the licenses of 2 nurses. Investigators found they were part of a fake diploma scheme. Officials with the Department of Justice say 3 nursing schools in South Florida.
Yeah, Yeah, what they did, 7,600 fake diploma. So that's Stanton Witherspoon. Used to get job without proper training. That's Stanton Witherspoon. Several other licenses under investigation. That's Stanton Witherspoon. No patient have been hurt. Harmed. Thank God. That's the kind of trophy the man won in America yet. He did not only do it on the East Coast yet. Look at the Midwest, Iowa. That's to what extent the guy had done in this country here. The guy's intention was to create fake document to harm a lot of people in this country. Let's finish the woman who will come to another one again.
Sold more than 7,600 fake diplomas. They say people who use these would get into nursing jobs in other states without proper training. According to the Iowa Board of Nursing, several other licenses are currently under investigation. There have been no reports of any patients getting hurt by those involved in the scheme.
Watch the other one. Listen to the other state in here. From the Midwest, from the East Coast, going to the Midwest. From the Midwest, we're down south. Now let's go to the West Coast. That's why he had
FBI, along with the National State Boards of Nursing, are investigating thousands of nurses.
Officials say those nurses paid money to receive diplomas without actually completing the coursework. Emma Jerome joins us live, digging deeper into this. And Emma, how many of these cases are in Oregon?
That's Oregon, though. Oregon is part of the United States. It's all the way to the West Coast side. So the guy did it on the East Coast. He did it south. He did it in the Midwest. And he did it all the way on the West Coast. The guy's fake credential was spreading the wildfire around the country. That's what the guy did. That's what he did. So let's listen to Oregon. Portland, Oregon. Let's listen. Let's go back again. Start it over.
The FBI, along with the National State Boards of Nursing, are investigating thousands of nurses.
Officials say those nurses paid money to receive diplomas without actually completing the coursework. Emma Jerome joins us live, digging deeper into this. And Emma, how many of these cases are in Oregon?
Good morning, Ken and Emily. Officials tell me about a dozen nurses in the state of Oregon are under investigation as a part of this case. They paid money for these fraudulent credentials, being that diplomas or transcripts, in order to cut some corners when it comes to becoming a nurse. The suit by the FBI charged 25 individuals in a wire fraud scheme that would lead to fraud.
That's Stanton Witherspoon and 25 individuals into a wire scheme. That's Stanton Witherspoon and that him. 25 individuals into a wire scheme. That's Stanton Witherspoon right there. That's him right there. 25. That's who he is. Let me progress.
Fraudulent nursing diplomas for 7,600 people nationwide. Investigators say the scheme generated more than $100 million over several years. Aspiring nurses were charged around $15,000 for that bogus degree or transcript. According to the indictment released Wednesday, 3 now defunct Florida-based schools were implicated. Those 3 schools are Siena College and Sacred Heart International Institute, both in Broward County, Florida, as well as Palm Beach School of Nursing in Palm Beach County, Florida. Ultimately, 25 individuals were arrested and face up to 20 years in prison on multiple charges, including wire fraud. The Oregon State Board of Nurses says the affected nurses' cases will go before the board for discussion during a meeting on February 22nd. When I asked for the names and hospitals that these nurses might currently be working at, I was told that I can't get that information because of the ongoing investigation. And when I reached out to the Washington State Nursing Board about any nurses there that might be implicated in this, they did not reply. Reporting live this morning, Emma Jerome, KOIN 6 News.
Thank you, Emma.
One of the names, his name is Stanton Witherspoon, living in New Jersey. One of the names, that is the damage the guy had caused in the country here. Check the other one out too. You check the other one out.
Allegations. $100 million scheme selling thousands of nursing diplomas, now called fake by federal prosecutors.
Well, healthcare professionals play an important role.
You see the logo down there? Look at the logo. Look at the logo down there. NBC, right? Every one of you gotta watch NBC, right? Yes, every one of you gotta watch NBC. That's what the man need. The man is damaged in the country. He's damaged. He is damaged. So let's listen here.
Role in our public health system. We therefore expect our healthcare professionals to be who they claim they are.
More than 24 people, a group of school administrators and recruiters, have been accused in a wire fraud operation to sell phony nursing degrees, creating what prosecutors describe as a shortcut around educational requirements set by...
Shortcut around educational requirement. Shortcut around educational requirement. That's what the guy did. Shortcut. I want to say kudos to all my YouTube people. I want to apologize to you guys. I haven't been on YouTube for a while. However, we are here today, and thank you for the turnout. Those of you that are on the phone here right now, you got to increase your number because our brother on YouTube, they are paying attention. Ladies and gentlemen, we are discussing the fraudulent conspiracy to commit wire fraud of Mr. Stanton Witherspoon. Tomorrow, around this time, all platforms will be bossing up because the news in Florida will be covering that hearing, and the sentencing will be announced tomorrow. It's going to be a big day tomorrow because everyone is going to go tomorrow. It's going to be a big day tomorrow. They're going to go tomorrow. All right? They went there the first time. They arranged for them. The sentencing time now is tomorrow. So it's going to be a big day tomorrow. So guys, you got to be around to see it. Yeah, you got to be around. You need to share the thing here, folks. But these are the things that he did, all right? Now you see throughout the whole country, the fraudulent, fake diploma process the guy was carrying out here.
By the state nursing boards.
They prepared and sold fake nursing school diplomas and transcripts to nursing candidates.
Wow.
Knowing that the candidates would use those false documents to, one, sit for nursing board examinations.
The investigation, known as Operation Nightingale, feds issued warrants in 5 states and say that 3 schools were involved, all in Florida: Sacred Heart Institute, Siena College of Health, and Palm Beach School of Nursing. All 3 institutions have since shut down, so efforts to reach them were unsuccessful. But federal investigators allege between 2016 and 2021, more than 7,600 students obtained fake degrees, paying out about $15,000 each for a total of $114 million.
These allegedly fraudulent documents may have allowed nurses to serve in critical healthcare roles.
More disturbing, authorities estimate about a third of the people that received fake diplomas, or nearly 2,300 people, are actually practicing nursing right now.
We have not learned of nor uncovered any evidence of patient harm stemming from these individuals potentially providing services to patients.
The DOJ says this isn't just about the training of those nurses involved, but the public's potential loss of trust in the healthcare industry.
When we take an
the people lost of trust. Some of these librarian people, they don't understand the magnitude about what the guy was trying to do here. The man did not follow the proper procedures. It put in loss of trust. You think the lawyer not going to hear that? The lawyer got to make that name tomorrow. They will send a message tomorrow. I'm sorry, Liberian brothers and sisters that follow that criminal. But message will be sent tomorrow so that nobody will think about doing such a thing. Let's go by again, listen to this thing here. Let's go by here. You know, when it comes to NBC, it always got to be good. Let's go by again.
Tonight, shocking allegations. A $100 million scheme selling thousands of nursing diplomas, now called fake by federal prosecutors.
Our healthcare professionals play an important role in our public health system. We therefore expect our healthcare professionals to be who they claim they are.
More than 24 people, a group of school administrators and recruiters, have been accused in a wire fraud operation to sell phony nursing degrees, creating what prosecutors describe as a shortcut around educational requirements.
You see it? They created a shortcut, created an illegal licensing and employment they describe as shortcut for aspiring nurses. That's what the guy did. That's what the guy did. Try to bypass the system. That's what he did. What's up there? What's that pro? That's what the guy did. Let me promise.
Set by the state nursing boards.
They prepared and sold fake nursing school diplomas and transcripts to nursing candidates. Knowing that the candidates would use those false documents to, one, sit for nursing board examinations.
The investigation, known as Operation Nightingale, feds issued warrants in 5 states.
Stanton can get, he can even get a Christian lawyer, Riverside Pro. He's not going to save him. Stanton Witherspoon can even get Jesus Christ. It will not save him. Listen to the particular conversation here. Listen to it.
And say that 3 schools were involved, all in Florida: Sacred Heart Institute, Siena College of Health, and Palm Beach School of Nursing. All 3 institutions have since shut down, so efforts to reach them were unsuccessful. But federal investigators allege between 2016 and 2021, more than 7,600 students obtained fake degrees.
See it? The man been selling that fake diploma there for all that time. That fake diploma.
Paying out about $15,000 each for a total of $114 million.
See it? That the money he stole, and he been passing around here telling people that God can bless you. God can do this. Then he going to Liberia. Yeah, I will give you this. He sold fake credentials to the people, and then he turned around and started to misuse the system. This was a man that the people assisted. That's the kind of nasty character the man has.
These allegedly fraudulent documents may have allowed nurses to serve in critical healthcare roles.
Yeah, critical healthcare role. He gave those people fake credentials for them to serve in critical role. All right? That's what very, very bad. The guy undermined the whole healthcare system in this country by putting in there all kind of stuff. All right, my man, the other man, he getting there now. The other man was black, the other man. That one of the guy in here, they got one of the guy who got a fake document. You look at it here, we put it in here. They got one of the guy who got a fake document. You see it over there? Anywhere you see that man working, all right? Anywhere you see the guy working, you must not trust the guy here. He part of that fake document scheme too. You see it over there? That guy is part of the fake document there. Yeah, in over there. You see it over there? Take a good look at that guy's name. Yes. So we're blacking right now. He's gonna be black. He's gonna be black now. He's a guy. He part of the fake document right now. We're gonna black him. We're blacking here. Yes, he black. He part of the fake document scheme. Yeah, he part of them. So you make sure you be careful with them. Oh, that they don't want over there. They will kind of will see them. Yeah, they will kind of when they kind of will catch them. You want the guy who sold the fake document too. Yes, he one of those. Yes. So we'll get rid of his statement. We just show you need to you so you can get to see him. He one of those that were in that scheme. He part of this. We will soon catch him very soon. He did that number. The investigation will close on him. Just watch. Let's continue here.
Disturbing, authorities estimate about a third of the people that received fake diplomas, or nearly 2,300 people, are actually
the guy is a criminal, my man. A very, very big criminal in this country here. Very big criminal. The guy is so lazy, he cannot even compete. You got the Indians, the Chinese in the country here. The children come here, they tap in the Google healthcare places, then becoming doctor. But the man can sell fake document in the place.
Practicing nursing right now.
We have not learned of nor uncovered any evidence of patient harm stemming from these individuals potentially providing services to patients.
The DOJ says this isn't just about the training of those nurses involved, but the public's potential loss of trust in the healthcare industry.
Loss of trust. Loss of trust, ladies and gentlemen. Loss of trust in the healthcare system. That's what the guy was trying to do here. He making people to not trust the healthcare system here. But he lied. They got him.
When we take an injured son or daughter to a hospital emergency room,
correct,
we don't expect, really cannot imagine, that the licensed practical nurse or registered nurse treating our child took a shortcut around educational and licensing requirements.
Can you imagine that?
And Stephen Romo joins us now. Stephen, this is shocking and scary for a lot of people to think about this. Do we know what happens now to these nurses who got these fake diplomas and are working right now?
Yeah, that's the scary thing. They're working right now. The last things people want to think about is this nurse actually, do they have a degree? Well, the FBI says that the list of those people, some 2,300 of them, has been given to each state's boards, and it's up to them to decide what action to take against these nurses. Now, we reached out to the National Council of State Boards of Nursing, and they say that could include losing their licenses. But as for charges that are already announced, those are focused on the people who were allegedly running those schools and handing out those fake degrees, Aaron.
Now, Stanton,
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.
Yep. Let's go by here again. You're watching here, right here. Listen to this other episode of Stanton embarrassing us again.
The hard clinical and coursework required to get licenses and jobs.
Another suspect that caught our eye is businessman Stanton Witherspoon, the CEO of a popular media company in Liberia. He was part owner of Siena College, where court documents reveal that he and his co-conspirators, quote, solicited and recruited people seeking nursing credentials and employment as an RN or LPN, and sent and caused others to send via wire communications information used to create false and fraudulent transcripts and diplomas from Siena College.
The chief motivation.
What happened? That's my question.
Yeah, ask me again.
That's my question I have today.
Ask him again.
What happened? Yes. What happened to our grandfather money that Stanton collected? What happened to it?
Ask him.
Number one, three questions. What happened to our grandfather hospital case?
Yes.
The operator on our grandfather, they messed up.
Yes.
That's one case. Number two, what happened to our grandfather nursing home case?
Yes.
They didn't take care of our grandfather good, and something happened at that nursing home. And Papi had sore all his body, and Papi's situation was worse. Something happened at that nursing home. That was a nursing home case. What happened to that case?
Yes. I think, gentlemen, you hold on small, gentlemen.
Also, what happened to our grandfather?
Let we small. Let we begin. I'll begin asking some relevant questions here, but I just received something I would like to share with you guys here. Yes, I just received something here. You know, I like to share things with you guys. So I just received something here. Let's go there. Let me share the screen here with you guys quickly here so you can see. All right. Let's see here. Let me share the screen with you guys here quickly here. All right. Let's go to what I want to show you guys here. I want that area here. Nope. All right. Right here, folks. So let me share the screen here with you guys. So this is, you are looking at a Liberian restaurant somewhere in the Newark area. So the person just sent it to me and said, we are all live in a Liberian restaurant in Newark, New Jersey. So I want to say shout out to the people of Newark. And you know, they got all on, they are watching us on YouTube in Newark, in a Liberian restaurant. If you know what I know, just send all the name of the restaurant, and then we'll promote you on the show here. So that is the J. Randy show right there, folks. That's the J. Randy show there. So I'd like to say shout out to the people in Newark, New Jersey. Shout out to them. All right, they got us somewhere in Newark there in the restaurant. You know how you go to the restaurant, you got a big screen TV. I want to say thank you to the people in New Jersey. They all do not support that criminal. And that's why they're making sure that those who are going to the restaurant to eat, they're going to get the real information about that criminal. All right. So let's get back to our normal broadcast here and listen to this young man asking. You see, the guy is a crook. He crooked his own family people and all. Yeah,
Life insurance.
Yes.
We're not talking about Stanton made stories. We're talking about true story. What that true story? What we want facts. We don't want no story that Stanton made up.
Yeah.
We want to know what happened with these kids.
You see, my people, the whole story thing here, it started from the beginning. When the beginning here, he posted that thing on Costa Show. That how come we managed to capture it. The beginning posted that thing on Costa Show. When he posted that thing, it was when the people started creeping little by little. So charity began at home. This guy been crooking his own relative. And today he caught up with him. You think the young man will go read anything on his behalf? He's not going to do that. Because he's already on record. Or saying that every money the man got, he crooked them. So the crooked business have been in the guy's DNA. And there's no way he want to stop. But he want to take it into the American healthcare system. And do you think what you just watched on the different news broadcasts, whether Central United States Iowa, Minnesota. And I'm sure all the network, when that news broke in January of this year, all the news network, including CNN, MSNBC, they all carry it. And guess what? They are waiting tomorrow. Tomorrow, when that judge make that final sentencing, 6 o'clock news, they will carry it tomorrow. I can guarantee you they will carry it tomorrow. It will be on the local news in Florida, and they will send those things all around. If it's on the Peace News Network, because the guy is a very insignificant criminal, it will just be like a little writing on the screen a day. But for the local news, then, they will be on that guy tomorrow. You know what it means tomorrow when the camera is focused on that guy like this? And they'll be walking up to him. Mr. Witherspoon, yeah. How did you manage to get involved in the thing? Don't be surprised tomorrow when you see him walking a day with you the day tomorrow. When he walking a day tomorrow, you know why he will be doing that? Because he knows you will be watching. He knows you will be watching tomorrow. And you will be in the greatest twilight of his shame. That's why the men have brought to these people, to this country. And that's the man people say they want to go be behind. There's nothing good that he has done but brought shame. He brought shame to Liberian CNA. He brought shame to Liberian case worker. He brought shame to Liberian LPNs. He brought shame to Liberian RN. He brought shame to Liberian doctors in this country. Everything that has to do with medical, he brought shame to them. You hear what the guy said from the MSNBC? It made people to have less and less trust in the healthcare system. That's what the guy did. And that's why nobody should be proud of him. And you know why? He's not even apologetic about it. He's not coming back since the thing happened. He hasn't taken to his own platform to say, today, guys, I owe the Liberian people an apology. Let me go and apologize for what I did. He never did. He never did. He never did. It was a pro, you gotta send me the man's full name. It was a pro, you gotta send me the man's full name. Right? He never did. Let's play this
as an RN or LPN and sent and called
episode of Stanton embarrassing us again.
The hard clinical and coursework required to get licenses and jobs.
Another suspect that caught our eye.
The guy's a suspect. Yeah, the man, by that time he was not arrested, but the guy had gone now. He had pled guilty now. He had pled guilty. He's a criminal. Listen to what he said about him.
Is businessman Stanton Witherspoon, the CEO of a popular media company in Liberia. He was part owner of Siena College, where court documents reveal that he and his co-conspirators, quote, solicited and recruited people seeking nursing.
You see why the people highlight that thing? Because that's the crime he was committing. All right? Soliciting, seeking nursing credential under the fake shortcut. And that's why he
credentials and employment as an RN or LPN, and sent and caused others to send via wire communications information.
Wire communication, fraud. Like pick up the phone and say, look, make sure you send it $15,000, got an account here. That's what the guy was doing. Then you want to be proud of the kind of man? Really, Liberian? The kind of man you want to be proud of? Look what the man doing to you in this country. You should be condemning this man's behavior. And people there say they're writing letter on his behalf. For what? Did you guys hear what the man did? And what he tried to do? Yeah, the real record here. You will never see him play the thing on his own platform. Never. They think got nothing to do with Joshua. It got nothing to do with politics. It got to do with our integrity as Liberian in this country. You hear me calling Joe? We are here tonight, except from the beginning of the first show. This guy had brought shame to his parents. The man in Barrington there, he made that woman shame That woman cannot even walk in any community right now. That's why he done. He made a woman shame. The woman is not well right now. The woman is not well. Brought a man in the country for him to go and make a man proud. Even if you're a bus driver, make the woman proud. Even if you're a shoe shine boy, make the woman proud. But today now, the woman, the man she met, the man that brought him into the world without name Stanton, his father was not like that. But he brought that name now today to one of the greatest shame in the great country of the United States. We have to be very careful in this country here. The father of that man brought him in this country here. Never had that kind of name attached to him. I mean, that kind of record attached to that name. They're not going by his first name, they're going by his last name and his father's last name. That is the disgrace that he has brought to these people of that family. That is what we call the extended problem. Anyone go anywhere with that name right now to the medical center and say, oh, I remember this name here. Anyone with that name Stanton, you go to any medical facility in the country, they will look at you funny. Not to say you're going to apply for a nursing job. You apply for any nursing job in the country with that name, you will be scrutinized. You will be scrutinized. And when you get that, you will be scrutinized. That's what's going to happen to you.
Used to create false and fraudulent transcripts and diplomas from Siena College.
The chief motivation.
What happened? That's my question. That's my question I have today. What happened? Yes.
Listen to the little boy here. That's how it all started. Listen to the little boy.
What happened to our grandfather money that Stanton collected? What happened to it? Number one, three questions. What happened to our grandfather hospital case? The operator on our grandfather, they messed up. That's one case. Number two, what happened to our grandfather nursing home case? They didn't take care of our grandfather good, and something happened at that nursing home. The Papi had sore all his body. The Papi's situation was worse. Something happened at that nursing home. That was a nursing home case. What happened to that case? Also, what happened to our grandfather life insurance?
That was not the man's own money. The man's father came here, put himself on all the life event insurance. The old man died. That man take that money and freaked out all the people them. He freaked out all of them. In Liberia, when we say freaked out, it means that he mean all of them. Now the Peking here got the story down that what the Peking came out on social media and send out warning that man you see that money divine over there, that's not his money. That's what the Peking is telling you, that's not his money. But some of you got overlooked, oh, that Peking, that fully Peking, man, you know what you're talking about. And today, someone now, they tell you, oh, my man, that God will be with the man. God will look at somebody that wants to steal or that try to steal. They will listen to the
We're not talking about Stanton made stories. We're talking about true story. What that true story? What we want facts. We don't want no story that Stanton made up.
You ever heard a man talking about that thing on his show? All of you that watch that show, those of you that in Liberia now that are listening on the main radio, you ever hear what the boss sing? All the things that will not play here, you're not hear it. You're not hear it. These are information that people in Liberia will be listening to, so they can know who the guy is. In America here, we show everything. But I can guarantee you tomorrow evening, it will be on the 6 o'clock news. It will be on the 6 o'clock news. I know right now they play Eddie Washington said right now. So Stanton, what you're watching, we want to say you brought this thing on yourself, Stanton. You brought it on yourself. And you got to bear the consequences of your bad behavior. That's what you did to yourself. Always learn to do the right thing in the right way for all the right reason. Life is not about taking shortcuts. It's not about cutting corners. It's about being very honest to yourself. Let's listen here more, and then from there we'll go to the next one, and then we'll call it a day.
We want to know what happened with these cases. With the cases. Matter of fact, 2 cases.
Okay.
And 1 life insurance, I call it life insurance case.
So
What happened to that? We need answer.
You never give an answer.
You brought small money in Upper Darby. These things were hiding from some of us until it was revealed.
Wow.
That all your money you get, all that money that Stanton get, that from the papi, if the papi wasn't going to have that situation he had, and if the papi wasn't going to die, Stanton wouldn't have been buying houses and all this thing. But right, Stanton owed all his brother, his oldest brother and his oldest sister. He owed them. Bring all that document. Disclose it so we can believe you. Bring it all. And bring the actual number, the check that they released. Bring that check. The fact check. Not no or Stanton story check. We want a real check. Bring a real check document. The real check document. With all this or things, you close everybody up. All your.
The big story on Action News tonight is the local connection to what federal investigators call a.
So let me ask you, Ghana. You gotta hear that cousin here, all right? You'll be causing the women too. You gotta hear cousin here. You'll be causing the women here. We only hear over talking over what the people say. Then you're getting very. The man is a criminal. I'm not the one that put the man into the business. He decided to put himself into the business. You listen to the chief prosecutor. He said they deliberately did it. They don't get it very with them. I mean, you don't get very with anybody made any kind of nasty remark here, it will not want to be deleted. You will be black. You'll be black. You're not forced to be here. So start making all the comment there. If you're angry, go tell the man that what he did. You all know what the man did, you can do it. Then you won't be making noise here. So I'm going to delete all the bad messaging. But anyway, let's listen to our man right here for, all right? They come to go to the main hall. My man LP, stay here. LP, are you still here? Please answer me, LP, are you still here? Let's listen. Let me read a few comments here. My boy Mo, you said the fact that Stanton never apologized to the American people, Liberian and his family is surprising to me. I couldn't agree with you more. The man has no remorse. He had no remorse. What he did, he don't care. He don't care. Yes, he don't care. All right, he don't care. He don't care. Oh, my boy, Jerome calling you. My man from Florida. Our men are reporting the man calling. Let me see if I take a call, I will not go up. Jerome. Yeah, I live. You live, but you in my ear. You're not on speaker. You're in my ear. What's up? Yeah, you want to come on? Yeah, let me try to send you the request. All right, let me send you the request. All right. So our man in Florida, the man coming on. The man coming on. They our man right. Let me bring the man. They our man right here. Let me bring the man on right now. They have a man from Florida here. Let me see. Let me send it to him right now. They have a man right here. He coming on. They got him right here. Remember the guy right here?
Code room.
They have a man right here. Rest time I go give him the man coming on. Let me send the request quick.
How did we all leave the code room? Under what circumstances? Under what conditions? All right? Mr. Gaiman is going to help us to narrate that and help you understand it all. Okay, I'm getting another message that there's no sound from Darius King Nangbe.
Right. Mr. Waterspoon and his team were brought in, and he was next to me. And I dropped what I was doing, and I walked up to him and I said, "Hello, Mr. Waterspoon. I'm Jerome Gaiman." And he was stoic. He was stoic. He was shocked, stunned. And all he said to me was, "Are you Liberian? And where are you from?" And I told him, I said, "I'm here to cover this. We are here to cover your case, and we would like to have an interview with you, if possible." And then we went up to room 202.
I was already seated. I was already seated front row, immediately behind a team of lawyers. I believe they were part of the prosecuting attorneys, because they sat behind the prosecuting attorneys.
That's correct.
All right. So I believe they were part of the prosecution. So I sat right behind them, front row. Mr. Gayman came in, sat next to me, and the judge, in fact, Stanton, he was late. He was late. He came in the courtroom after 9 o'clock. The judge had arrived and took a seat and everything. Everybody seated before Stanton came in, and he was like running. He ran, came in, he went and sat next to his lawyer, and the judge ordered the case open, took in the attendance of the prosecution, the defense, those indicted criminals. It was Renee Benadel and Stanton Witherspoon.
Yeah.
And the judge read out everything pertaining to the case. Okay? And
but the judge was in Coastal, where he was magnanimous enough to allow us to take notes.
Yeah.
So we were allowed to take notes, and we did.
We did take notes. A lot of notes.
Lots of notes.
Yeah.
You can see we got a dossier here, because we wanted to make sure that what we were saying were accurate and on time.
Yeah.
So
our man will soon be coming on. He will soon be coming on. Our man will soon be coming on. Yeah, our man will soon be coming on. He's coming on. Yes. Our man will soon be coming on. All right. Our man will soon be coming on. We're trying to bring it on so he can get an update here. Yes. All right. He will soon be coming on here. What? So let's listen to our man in here.
It's documented. So this is a historical piece of evidence here.
It is.
So basically, we arrived here. It says we arrived at 8:55
a.m.
We were camping out here, hoping to catch them coming in and out of the building.
Right.
So we got there prior to the time at 8:55 a.m. We checked in, right?
Yeah, right.
So while checking in at 9:01 a.m., Mr. Witherspoon and his team, they walked in.
One lady came with him, with Stanton Witherspoon. His lawyers were already in the courtroom. Yeah, it was one Liberian girl that came in with him. In fact, she came like a couple seconds after he came in. I knew that she came with him because when people were leaving, when we were leaving the courtroom, he tapped her and they left.
Mr. Gilman, were you surprised that a case of this magnitude, he had no support system?
No support system.
No family, no children, no wife, nothing. He just came in with the legal team, in whose care he was released during the bonding time. Were you surprised that there were nobody to
I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised because he did not make this known to the public officially. People only hear from us and other people that have been following this case. So maybe, who knows? But I wasn't surprised that people didn't come to throng this place.
What if our man? What if our man? He should be coming up.
But then on the other hand, Mr. Benadel had the Haitian community here. Some of them were wearing white. Pure white. They came in to support Mr. Benadel as opposed to Mr. Stanton Witherspoon. When he came in and he saw us at the gate, he was stunned. Totally stunned. So Witherspoon and his partner came in. The case started exactly 9:10 a.m.
10 a.m. Yeah.
Stanton was represented by his lawyer, Mr. Benedetto, and they were sworn in.
They were sworn under the oath.
On oath at 9/12.
At 9/12. Stanton Witherspoon and Benedetto were sworn in by the judge at 9/12.
Yep.
They were both represented by two female lawyers.
They not do that
Yeah,
no good.
they were both represented by two female lawyers. The prosecution was two
Get
men,
more of this tomorrow, folks.
but
More of this
behind
coming
them
tomorrow.
were two ladies and another gentleman who were also lawyers or attorneys for the defense, for the prosecution team. Yeah.
And then they were asked, both of them were asked to affirm by themselves, to affirm that the plea being added today were understood.
Were understood that whatever was going to be said, whatever plea they were going to make today, that they understood it. They were not coerced. Nobody told them, promised them anything, and what have you. The judge was very clear. He said, I understand that you are here to plead guilty, but I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I want you to be honest, to answer truthfully. Then he asked, the judge sought their mental capacity, whether they understood the veracity, the gravity, the weight of the crime that they are pleading guilty to. He asked them that, whether they are taking medication, prescribed medication, or substance abuse. I mean, the judge was very thorough to find out whether these two people, Stanton Witherspoon, Renee Benedetto, understood what they were going into. Correct?
They were asked their nationalities.
They were asked for their nationalities. Both of them affirmed they are Americans. And then they asked, where were you born? Benedetto said he was born in Haiti. Stanton Witherspoon said he was born in Liberia. Are you American citizens? Renee Benedetto, yes, I am American citizen. When did you become American citizen?
He said 2001.
2001, he became American citizen. Stanton Witherspoon, are you an American citizen? He answered, yes, I am. When did you become American citizen? He said, I think 2009 or 2010 or I'm not too sure. The judge then said, was it before 2015?
The judge told me.
And then he said, I think so. He said 10 years ago. He said, I think so. The judge said, okay. We proceeded. Stanton Witherspoon did not know the year he became an American citizen, or the month, or whatsoever. He did not know. But before that, they were asked for their birthdays. How old, your birthday, and all of that. And they both, Renee was born 1974.
He's 49.
Stanton was born 1975. They stated all of these things in court today, right behind us here, this courthouse, right here. Yeah.
And they were asked for their academic credentials.
Yeah, the academic credentials. What level of education did you obtain, Mr. Benedetto?
It's the highest level.
The highest level, associate degree. Mr. Stanton Witherspoon, the highest level education, associate degree.
Yep. And they were asked, what institution did they achieve these degrees?
Right.
And Mr. Benedetto said he got his AA degree from the Bronx.
The Bronx in New York.
In New York.
Yeah.
And Mr. Witherspoon said he got his AA degree from
New Jersey. Yeah.
Some nurses.
Burlington.
Yeah.
In New Jersey. Yeah.
They answered no to drug use.
Right. Are you under any prescribed drugs? No. Are you taking abused substance or you're abusing substance? No.
And and the judge wanted to know, with the aforementioned answer, are you satisfied with the counsel being given you?
The counsel being given you by your lawyers. Are you satisfied? Are you okay with what your lawyers told you?
Yeah.
Both answer in the affirmative. Yes, Your Honor. The judge also asked them, were you promised anything by your lawyers or anybody or the prosecution? Said, no, Your Honor. Both answered, no, Your Honor.
And then he said, with all being said, you are being charged with count one.
Count one.
Conspiracy or conspiring to commit
Wire fraud. Yeah.
Wow.
Which is a federal offense.
Federal offense. Are you aware?
And understand.
This crime is punishable by 20 years.
Wow.
And
they both answer yes.
And then, after they answer yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I now have my brother and friend, Jerome Gilman. Gilman is coming on. As you can see, he's the one wearing the dark shades. Please share the video. He's in Florida. He's about to give us a prelude to what is going to be happening tomorrow. Brother Gilman, I'm bringing you on right now. Gilman, I'm bringing you on right now. So let me try to pair him up here with myself. Good evening, my brother, and welcome to the J. Randy Show. Good evening. Brother Gilman. Good evening, my brother.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Guys, can you hear the brother there? Please, if you can hear the brother, please give me the thumbs up. I can hear you from here, Chief. You are loud. I can hear you from here.
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
So, guys, if you can hear the brother, please give all the thumbs up. Let me just turn the phone up. Go ahead again, brother Gilman.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you loud and clear. You are loud and clear.
Excellent.
You are loud and clear.
Excellent.
So thank you so much for joining us here. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent.
So how is Florida this evening, man? How is Florida this evening?
Florida is doing very well. We are getting ready for tomorrow. The weather is beautiful.
Okay.
We just checked the weather. It looks nice.
Good.
It's going to be nice and sunny.
Good.
It should be 77 degrees tomorrow, downtown Fort Lauderdale.
Good.
So we're looking forward to being there tomorrow.
What time it start? Do you know the time? When
9 a.m.
9 a.m.
And his partner will be sentenced at 9:30 a.m. So I'm going to be there for both.
So both of them will be sentenced tomorrow.
That's correct.
Wow. So what do you know of the Florida system? Let's say tomorrow the sentencing is carried out. What's going to happen in the next phase once the sentencing is done by the judge? What's going to happen? Are they going to book them, or are they going to give them some time? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, usually the way it works here, when you are sentenced, you will be taken right from the courthouse to the prison.
Okay.
That's how it has always been done.
Okay.
That's how the federal system works.
Okay.
But I am not a lawyer, and I'm not an expert in the court proceedings.
Yeah.
I only witnesses, so I can't tell you what's going to happen. But usually, when it's sentencing, they don't sentence you and you go home and come back. No.
Okay.
Usually, when they sentence you, the bailiff will take you and take you back and change your clothes and take you away.
So, what do you think? For me, you know, brother Jerry, you and I met on Facebook before even Facebook Live came out. I mean, you told me exactly how you have been a mentor to young people in this country, and the way I really respected you and still respect you up to today. Now, one thing I learned in the U.S. is whenever someone does something wrong, they usually own that responsibility of say, I'm wrong, and I would like to apologize, and if I had to do it again, I would never do it again. Stanton Witherspoon, as you know, what he did with a co-conspirator, he has been all over the news in this country, but he has not taken to his own platform to apologize to the people of the United States to the Liberian community. Do you think, in your humanly compassionate mind, do you think that's something that he did right, or you think he should have done something different after that news came out? What do you think about that?
Well, usually, normal people under normal circumstances, people who come from greater societies will do exactly what you just said. But if you saw the letters that have been written on behalf, actually those that letter that you and I know he paid for, people who have benefited from his loot.
Correct.
When you look at a woman like Dr. Francine or Richardson Waterspoon, wrote, use her practice, her professional title to appeal for this guy. Then you look at someone who says he called himself anti-corruption czar. We're talking about Jerome Verdier. Okay? This is a man who said he'd been fighting corruption. He will fight corruption the day he died. But this corruption, this is massive.
Massive, yes, massive.
And yet and still, then you turn around, the former Liberian ambassador.
That's a shame.
Okay? Or a former ambassador.
Yes.
So when you have the fabric of our society behaving this way, why should Stanton Waters don't care for anybody else?
Exactly. I mean, a former ambassador is like a guy who represents the moral standard of our country, the moral value of our country, and then you have a gentleman in this country that had done the worst thing. I mean, the United States bilateral relationship with Liberia is part of helping our fellow brothers and sisters back home, including you and myself, giving us that opportunity to come here and be able to work in the society within the confined spaces of this country, rules, regulations, and laws, and everything for ourselves. An ambassador who's supposed to be a champion of good behavior is today now looking at what the man has done. He had not even gone to this guy to say, look, my man, what you did, my advice is to first apologize to the people of Liberia, to this country, now that it has gone global, so that way people can feel the compassion about you. He never did, Brother Jerome. So when you look at former Ambassador George Pardon, why do you think he did that? Is it for political reason, or is it based on a personal relationship? In fact, every one of them, I want you to please help me. Every one of them that wrote that letter, do you think it was based on their personal relationship with Mr. Witherspoon, or is it because he has been on the opposite side and they did it for political reason? What is your thought on that, my brother, please?
No, I don't think this is for political reasons at all. Maybe a little bit. But I think this is strictly people that have benefited from this loot. Okay, these are people who say this man was free-handed. He's a guy who gave money because it's not earned. Mr. Rainey, you work hard for your money. I don't think you would just get up and go. You go downtown Philadelphia and just give her 10,000, 15,000. You would never do that.
I can't do that so easily. You got to marry.
That's correct. So something that was not earned. And that's why the prosecutor said, I feel for Stanton Waterspoon that he had forfeited everything. And the prosecutor said, Mr. Gaiman, he is not forfeiting anything. He's not losing anything because he never earned it in the first place.
That was a very good answer to yes. That was a very, yes.
The gentleman said, we are only taking things, we are repossessing things that belongs to the state, to the federal government. He said, if I came to, if I came to your house, Mr. Gaiman, your little car that you had that you've been paying for years, if the government took it from you, then we can say yes. But if you went downtown Waterside or downtown Fort Lauderdale and broke into the Mercedes-Benz place and took 3 cars,
that's not your car.
And the police came and took the car back, you can't say, oh, they took my car. No, it was not your car to begin with.
And you said something, because I was just playing you and Michael commentary. I mean, the document or the report you did on that day. You mentioned something about, I think, one of the prosecutors being from Liberia. Do you mind, helping my audience here? Who were you guys talking about who said you had some relationship with Liberia and the case was a concern?
The federal prosecutor that was on the case that day, the guy who is the original prosecutor had another case to go to in Miami.
Okay.
So he sent his deputy. His deputy had an Indian sounding name.
Okay.
And when after the case, he spoke to me. He said, "You are from Liberia?" I said, "Yes." Then he says, "It's a small world." I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "My grandparents," he says, I'm of Indian descent.
Oh, wow.
He said, "My grandparents moved from India to Liberia in the 50s. And they did very well there.
Wow.
Until the war."
Yeah.
He said, and people who were well established in Liberia, well-to-do, moved back with us in Pennsylvania in a 3-bedroom house. So we were 10 in a 3-bedroom house, and they felt very uncomfortable. We felt very uncomfortable. He said, so we felt the brunt of the civil war in Liberia.
Okay.
Since my nephew came back here, traumatized. He was at the medical school in Liberia at LU, he says. He says, but to God be the glory, he came, further his dream, started all over, and today he's a medical doctor.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
So you see how small the world is. So he says,
Absolutely.
so this case means a lot to me. So when the judge asked Mr. Witherspoon, do you understand the gravity of what you were talking here? He said yes. They told him, you have forfeited your right, constitutional right in this country to bear arms, to hold office, to vote, to certain jobs you can't do. Wow. Plus you are giving away basically everything except that the United States guarantees that while you are here, you will enjoy some the protection of the Constitution, but your liberties are being taken away. He said yes. So the judge asked him, what is your level of education?
Yeah.
Because he was just answering yes, yes, yes. So the judge wanted to know whether.
So
go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off. So you are thinking that in the judge's mind is like he is answering yes to most of these things that he don't know has a everlasting consequences. Do you think that's why he asked for education?
Oh yeah, because the thing was that the judge wanted to know, are you in your sound mind?
Yeah.
Are you cognizant of what we are talking here, the gravity of what's going on here? Even if you didn't go to jail, all your rights have been forfeited.
Yeah.
So I told the prosecutor, I said, if it was I, and the judge gave me an option to go to jail for 5 years and keep all of my rights,
I would do it.
I would do it. But in these United States, to forfeit all of those rights.
Yeah.
And even if they sentence you to probation, you are basically like other folks that say you are non-existent in this country.
Yeah.
You can't participate in democracy, any form. You can't work for the federal government. You can't work for government. You have to stay in the private sector. And everywhere you go, it's on your record that you are a felon.
Yeah, you cannot pass a criminal background record too.
You can't.
Yeah. So
the judge wanted to know, do you actually understand what's going on here? What is your level of education? Then he says, high school. Then he said, I went to a nursing school in Burlington, New Jersey, where I got a LPN or something, licensed practical nurse. Not even RN, but way below that. Yeah. Then he said it's equivalent to an associate degree. And when we left, the guy and I were talking, no, it's not. What is equivalent to an associate degree is 2 full years of nursing, RN degree. When you have your RN certificate, you have the equivalent of a high school. LPN is LPN is a 1-year study. Stuff is one step above the CNA, you know, which is the basic with our folks. LPN is the next step. RN is the highest.
So when you say he tried to create some level of equivalency about his license to an associate, are you trying to say that he actually doesn't have an associate degree?
No.
Really?
Nowhere in this world that you and I know that you can obtain an associate degree in 1 year. It doesn't happen.
No, that's not possible.
Associate degree is the equivalent of 60 credits.
Yeah,
okay?
60 credits, yeah.
And that's 2 years, minimum 2 years, because if you have to do remedial courses, some in some other areas, if that course, you know, in the sciences, in the hard sciences like you guys, they give certain courses in the fall, in the spring. They don't give it every semester. So if you miss it during the fall, you gotta wait for the next fall.
Yeah, you know, I went to Mercer County Community College. I used to be in Jersey. I went to Mercer County Community College. Check what you said, that's true. Because oftentimes they used to tell, don't miss this semester because you have to wait for the following semester.
That's correct.
Coming back to that educational thing, so do you know whether he told the judge that he holds an RN? I mean, does he have an RN?
No. And this is why the charges, one of the charges was the lady that the federal government flipped, his partner. The lady has an RN and a BSN degree.
Okay, very hard.
To run a nursing institution here, you got to have minimum RN degree.
Okay.
Since he didn't have those credentials, what he did was he paid the lady to use her credential.
Oh.
So the lady didn't have the money. He had the money, but he didn't have the credential. So he used the lady as a front to buy Siena College.
So he bought the college and then inherited integrated the woman degree into the college and started.
That's correct. So he kept her on as basically the president or the manager of the college.
Yeah, under that
shoe. Under that, and gave her 50% share. Which was a good deal.
Yeah.
So when everything hit the fan, they went after the lady, and she knew what she was up against, and she decided to flip.
So she flipped on him.
That's correct. That's why at first he pled not guilty.
Okay.
And when the Fed turned most of the partners against him, he decided to lay himself at the mercy of the court, pled guilty.
Yeah. So do you see him doing time tomorrow? Or he going to get some type of homebound probation? What do you think?
If anybody knows the court system, the worst thing you can do is to second guess the court.
Yeah.
But based on what I have seen, everybody in that position has done time. So it is quite possible. But like we're saying things, since when you look at what happened here January 6th, where this great country came an inch away from an overthrow.
An overthrow, yeah.
And federal police officers were killed.
Yeah.
FBI agents were killed. And Trump is still walking around here trying to evade the system.
Yeah.
So no one can tell you for certainty what these things entail until we go there tomorrow to find out.
So
go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish your thought.
No, I'm saying he has done everything within his power to buy letters, recommendation, people to testify on his behalf. I'm going to be there tomorrow to see, because what I would like to see, and if they give me the chance tomorrow, I would want to ask the poor people, okay, the poor people that have been victimized here, who are representing them. They don't have the voice to have people write letters on their behalf about their pains and suffering.
Yeah.
Some have lost their jobs, their homes, their career, their families. You talk about 7,600 of those people.
Yes.
And then here you are, you have few friends who enjoy the largesse of this man, and they are writing all these flowery letters. Where are the victims in this? This man is no Robin Hood.
Yeah.
This man is a narcissist who shows no remorse.
Yeah, no remorse, no morals.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing I can say is he has the Napoleon syndrome, a little guy who wants to take the big folks to task.
Yeah.
And say, I won.
Yeah.
That's it.
What is the history of that judge? Sometimes people do a background study on the judge position on sentencing. Have you heard or have you done any research on this judge history or sentencing, or you haven't gone in that direction?
I have done. He's an African American guy. Okay, he's a black guy. He's in one of the most difficult, one of the more popular districts in the country, in the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. He made it clear in the federal system now there's no parole. So whatever the sentence you to, you have to do 100%.
Wow. He
made that clear. So what that indicates, no one knows, but whatever it is, the plea was that when the judge asked the prosecutor, federal prosecutor,
what does he want?
Could you win this case if it went to trial? And the prosecutor said yes. Then the judge asked him, what proof do you have? What evidence? The prosecutor said, we have everything on Mr. Witherspoon since 2018.
Wow.
We have text messages, money transfer, wire transfer. We have all the messages. We got bank records. We got, you name it. We have everything on him since 2018.
That's a long rope they gave him.
That's correct. So he had no choice but to plead guilty after, his personal email, text messages, wire transfer, money transfer, you name it, everything you can think about. When the gentleman pulled out the file was this thick.
So now let's speak into the context of the race issue. We played serious news coverage here in the past when the case first came out. And one thing that one of the field reporters said on NBC, that the nurses that were issued these fake credentials did not go through the academic process, including the clinical, and people outside within the American healthcare system, the way things have gone, it made them not to believe in the healthcare system of America. Do you think if the judge actually put his mind into what that perception is, and knowing that most of the administration are run by different professionals, majority of them are white, do you think any leniency on this guy will put this judge or decision making into some question that, because they are from the same race group, just out of the conversation of colorism in this country?
Oh yeah, obviously. There were folks outside the court that were looking at each other. But then, these people, they have their profession, they have their career to protect.
Yes.
So that's another thing. In a Liberian sense, we can say, "Oh, go see the judge," or all that other stuff. These people, they go through ratings. You know, they go through evaluation, annual evaluation.
Correct.
Okay, and if you saw the other judge in West Palm Beach that gave basically clemency to Trump, you saw what happened.
Yeah.
The Bar Association experienced judges came and said, no, this is not right. And not only that, but she was overturned in the Superior Court and embarrassed because the position she took was a partisan position and she had lost basically all credibility here.
And in fact, just to add to that, there is a homicide case in Philadelphia where the 27-year-old cop rushed straight to, the cop rushed straight to a 27-year-old guy in a car and shot and killed him directly. And the case went to trial. The judge exonerated the guy of all charges. But what happened was, folks went back in there and they found out that the judge, the female, her divorce case was actually handled by this police officer law firm. And they overturned the whole thing back. So the cop now is back in jail again. So to what you're saying, I think people are thinking in that direction that their decision could cause them to be people who they can look at and say, should we really trust that person on this case? So I think what you said and what has happened around the country, and but I think he's in a very, difficult position right now. Yes, he's in a very difficult position. If he goes for leniency, the whole healthcare system is going to say, So I think there will be a split in the middle. I don't know if he's going to be sent. I don't know, because with the plea bargaining, we are not lawyers here, but from our experience in looking at other cases, if you plead guilty, you actually are at the mercy of the judge, right?
That's correct.
And at the sentencing, because I think when you and Michael was talking, you said something like, the judge said, I can increase it, even though it's 20 years, or I can decrease it. That was said within the context of he already pleading guilty. So, like you said at the beginning of the conversation, you don't know exactly what the judge is going to be thinking about. But as far as the sentencing goes, with now that he has pled guilty, do you think it would be right for the judge to give him 20 years if the judge decides to do that?
Oh, yeah. Well, the crime calls for 20 years. The crime calls for 20 years. There were several charges, okay, that the judge decided they were going to let go. But the wire transfer, the fraud, which is the wire fraud case, that's the biggest one that the judge says, the system said we can't drop this one. Everything else we could drop, but this particular one we can't because the evidence is too strong. Okay, you are transacting business across the United States, outside the United States. You are transferring money. You are making contracts. You are taking payments. These are all interstate charges. Okay, you are in.
We never heard that on your analysis, but that's because if you look at, I don't mean to cut you, but I just want to just raise another issue to support you, because most of the report around the country on the local news network, 630 News, they mention exactly what you're saying, that they defrauded most of this different institutions and people within different part of the country. So yeah, that's a very good point you just made. So it was based on that they said, that the judge said, I cannot drop this one here.
Yeah, this one. Everything else we can do, but this particular one, even the federal government, this one, the FBI, you name it, NSA, and the equivalents of the NSA here, they all, because when you're talking about fraud, financial fraud, when you talk about counterfeiting, all of these things fall within the purview of the State Department, fall within the purview of the federal government, the FBI, all of these things. So you talk about money transfer across state line and actually internationally, because when the man said, we got all his transactions since 2018, okay? And you heard himself say that he has done business in Liberia. In fact, yesterday on his show, either yesterday or Friday, he said he raised money for Costa, and Costa, through Costa, they sent somebody from Prophet and Rhode Island to come and pick up the money. He said he raised the money, and through somebody in Prophet and Rhode Island, somebody came and picked up the money.
So he's still into the wire fraud thing again, technically, you think? Do you see that as another wire fraud thing? Oh
no, that's racketeering. If they wanted to take him up, that's racketeering, because you're doing something outside of the legal system. You don't want nobody knowing it. So there is no record within the system that a financial transaction took place.
So he's actually trying to do it out of the system now by
That's
asking
correct.
somebody to come and pick it up.
That's correct. Just like the mafia used to do, they do all the transaction through cash. Somebody come, they pay you under the table, they pay you cash, no record. There's no banking system to say they can trace it back to you. Everything is done under the table. You are trying to evade the government. You don't want to pay your taxes. You don't want to be tracked. Those are all racketeering.
Do you think the FBI or any profiler in the justice system that monitor the case, did it ever come across you that they watch his show sometime? Do you think?
Well, you know, like the FBI and these folks, most likely when they were building the case, okay, yes, they did, because they got to collect the evidence.
Okay.
This is how they came about when they listed all those properties from New York, Pennsylvania, Fort Lauderdale. They listed all of those properties, how he paid for them, how he got them, how he acquired them, how he maintained them. They got all of that. So yes, they may have followed. You know, it's just like when the FBI is looking for a serial killer or rapist, they're looking for your DNA. They follow you. Sometimes they go to your they go to the restaurant, they go to your car, they can say your trash can. You are a smoker, they're looking for a cigarette butt with your DNA on it. That's why they did. So you know they went all through. They got all that they wanted, and they were all part of that folder that this man. That's what the judge says. We are confiscating all of what the federal government has listed. Do you agree that everything should be forfeited? He said yes. Then he said you also are on an obligation to tell the FBI, the federal government, all your business transactions, direct or indirect, any business action in which you have an interest, directly or indirectly, the FBI has to be notified. So we are not going to chase you whether you got property in Liberia. You will have to do that. If you don't, when we do it, then you are violating the entire plea, and we'll be back to status quo.
So you think the property he has in Liberia, he already informed the FBI about those property too?
I'm not sure, but when the judge says everything in which you own directly, interest, you own interest, directly or indirectly, the indirectly part to me is the hook. If you bought it through somebody else, if you bought it in somebody's name, you better let us know, because if we track how the money got from here to there, you'll be in trouble.
So was he supposed to, from that conversation with the judge, was that something that was considered to be his homework to turn in before the sentencing, that Is that what you think it was?
I want to believe so, if he had not already done so, because the judge said it. This is the understanding under which this plea bargain has been given. So for the judge to be satisfied, he may have done all of that already, or maybe he asked for time to delineate lists out of what he has in and out of the country.
Did you feel sorry for him, especially the part where you explained when he was sitting with his lawyer and kept looking behind after you got met and you introduced yourself, and while you were going through all those different steps by making things clear and he providing answer? Did you feel sorry for him at that time? Like say, oh my God, look at this guy, came from Liberia and now this is what he is now. Did you really feel sorry for him? I mean, feel sorry for him that time? Did you feel sorry for him that time?
Like I say, I felt for a young man who has a family like you and myself to be losing everything, until the guy reminded me that you cannot feel sorry for an individual like this, because
who guy reminded you? Who guy?
The prosecutor.
Okay.
Who says we are not taking anything away from him. He owns nothing. We are only taking what that belongs to the state.
And does that include the constitutional right to not participate in government, to not vote? I mean, is that what you're alluding to?
But that's why the folks tell you when you go get your driver's license and even your citizenship, these are privileges.
Yeah.
That can be taken away from you.
Absolutely.
Okay. You can't say, well, I'm a citizen now, so I can go ahead and do it. No. Most of these things can be taken away from you. They are privileges.
So why you think he, I mean, when you said this, I kind of contemplated on it for some time and I couldn't wrap my head around it, but I think I had the opportunity to ask you, why do you think from the eye contact he was making with you and Mike, and you said he leaned over to his lawyer, and in your interpretation, which I believe was 99.9% accurate, that he wanted you guys out of there, why do you think such a thought will come to his mind to say he had that power to say, okay, gentlemen, like bro, I mean, you get outside, man, we need you here. Why do you think he was thinking that way? Why do you think he was thinking that way?
He was shocked. He did not expect that a Liberian would be in the court, because there was nobody in the courtroom, but maybe he, his lawyer, his partners, and his lawyer. One of the partners, the Haitian guy, I think he brought 2 or 3 people with him. They all wore white in solidarity with him. Stanton came by himself. He had nobody there. He was by himself. On the right-hand side where we were sitting was the prosecutor. There were 3 prosecutors, the federal prosecutor, his deputy, and the research people were there. So maybe 7 or 8 in the courtroom. And out of those 8, we might have been 5 that were not, maybe 8 outside of the prosecutor and all of that. So everybody there were basically member of the court. So when he looked and saw us, he was shocked. That, okay, I thought, I was going to run in here, plead my guilty and get out. And now here I am. We got Liberian people here. Because before he got in, I told him, I said, I would like to have a word with you.
What did you say?
And then the lawyer looked at the time. He was actually running late. He was running late because I went out. I came into the courthouse. I forgot that I had my personal concealed weapon with me.
Yeah, and not allowed.
And they told me to, I felt sorry. I would take it back into the garage and put it in my car and come back. So when I came, I beat him to it.
Okay.
While they were frisking me, I was going through the X-ray machine. When I looked around, he was behind me. So I turned around to him and I said, "Oh, Mr. Williamson, how you doing?" He looked at me and said, "You Liberian?"
Come on, man.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I told you, yeah. I said, yeah, I'm from Liberia. Then, because I had not grown beard, most of the time I never had beard.
Yeah, yeah.
So he seen me in person with beard, so he looked at me. Oh, you Liberian? I said,
You're
yes.
African American now because
yeah. So I told him, I said, yeah, this is Jerome Gateman. He said, oh, okay. Yes, we can talk, after. And right after the whisk came out of that, and he was gone. So the deal tomorrow is we're going to stake out the place.
Okay.
There's only one way in and one way out because everybody has to go through the X-ray machine.
Yeah.
So I got his schedule already. I know where he's going to be. He's on 202A. I got everything. So it starts at 9 o'clock sharp. So I want to be there by 8:30.
Yeah.
And wait.
All right, brother Gilman, you got a long day tomorrow. And I think in less than 12 hours because it's 9:18 my time. We share the same time, right?
Yeah, we're on the Eastern time.
East Coast time. So do you have any live words? And I would like to thank my audience here today. We are live on my network. We're on YouTube. We're on the University of J. Randy on my page. And I would like to say a big thank you and coming on the pre-sentencing day of Mr. Witherspoon to actually come and give us where it started, where we are, and our expectation for tomorrow. So do you have any last things to say to our people?
Well, there's a question here from a Liberia guy. He wanted to know whether he pled guilty to the amended charge or the original charge. Well, the original charge, I think there were about 10 different charges. Okay, that was the original package. And among those charges, the main one that the federal government had interest in was the wire fraud.
And that's the one they got.
That's the one he pled guilty to. The government said they go and drop anything, but this particular one they couldn't charge. They couldn't drop, and that's the one. So if you want to consider it, in the legal verbiage, I'm not a legal practitioner, so I don't know whether that's what they call amended. Okay. But I know it wasn't the original because the original included many other things.
Okay. Now,
so if that's what it is, then that's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just piggyback on LRB Gayu question and just go to the next article. I said what a legal term. The next I can't get the term. All right, but the next suspect. Let me just put it that way. The Alfred Seyu guy. All right. Did he plead guilty to the same thing too?
Yeah. All of those guys, when it looked like they were very smart. Or they got good counsel.
Okay.
That when they look at what the federal government had, they told them, you guys go ahead and plead. In fact, you're caught in front of the case. Go and plead guilty and try to be still witnesses.
Okay.
So in that way, your sentences will be reduced, your fine will be reduced, and all of that.
You're a witness now, so you.
That's correct.
Okay.
So they all became material witness from the get-go. So they all were treated differently because now they were.
Had they been sentenced already, or you don't know?
Yes. I think tomorrow I'm going to pull out the charge sheet and the sentence sheet and tell how many years that each of those folks had. Most of them were the foot soldiers.
Okay.
In the federal system, they go hard on the big fish.
Yeah.
The person who is the kingpin.
Yeah.
And that is what Mr. Witherspoon was or is. And finally, they were able to bring him down. So that's
let's
what
say tomorrow, last question before you leave. Let's say tomorrow he's guilty and immediately the sheriff going to take him into custody. What would be the move for him and what would be the move for you? A guy left his home. Now, the decision says that you can't go back home. You have to go to the big house. What would be your feeling at that very moment? Will you be sad? Will you be shocked? I mean, I know you haven't reached there yet, but I'm just trying to say for the sake of...
Yeah, well, one of the things that we all aspire to when you come to the United States is to work hard, play fair, and if you work hard and do the right things, stay out of trouble, good things will happen to you.
Absolutely.
I started my career my business November 2nd, 1999, almost 25 years.
Yeah.
And have done audit every year for the past 24 years.
Yeah.
I get funding from the federal government, I get funding from the state, get funding from the county, and get funding from private, from Wells Fargo, Bank of America. So these are things that we were taught to do. You have to go through the graduate system, work hard, and you will get paid, you will be rewarded handsomely. You may not get wealthy immediately, okay? But if you do these things, your chances of doing well in this country is very high. You came, you went to school, maybe you slept on somebody's couch to begin with, you went through the hustle, you got your degree, you went to your training, you start working, and when you went into that first job, you went as an entry level, and you work your way up. So whatever you are making, you earn it. Nobody can take that away from you.
True.
We all went through that. And then what Stanton Witherspoon and these guys doing is the same equivalent to what the drug dealers do.
Yeah.
Guys come from Liberia, they do not want to go through the struggle, they don't want to go through the hustle, but they want to make immediate impact financially. They want to live a glamorous life. They start selling drugs. And then when the federal government catches up with them, now you're going to have 10, 15, 20 years of your life in prison.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is what happened to Stanton Witherspoon. Instead of going to school, getting his RN degree, and then saving some money, going through the process and establish a legitimate nursing school.
Yeah.
Whether you can make a lot of money through Pell Grant, through all of these things, same thing. You just got to work a little harder, but you will make even more money because if you don't go far with the system, your school get bigger, you get more financial aid, you get more money, and that's how. But it takes time. And these guys do not believe in gradualism. They don't believe in doing it the right way. It takes too long. Can you imagine a guy could not even obtain an RN degree?
Yeah.
That you went, you got a CNA, and there's nothing wrong with it. CNA is a stepping stone for our sisters and brothers who did not acquire, you know, the ability and all of that. So you come out here and you get into the system, and then the next step, 6 months later, is LPN, licensed practical nurse.
Yeah.
Not a registered nurse, licensed practical nurse.
Nice. Yes.
So he couldn't even go to the next level, which is the associate degree, which is the RN. With the RN degree, you are qualified to open a nursing school. He didn't have that. So what did he do? He took a shortcut. He bought somebody's degree, used their degree as a front to acquire something, and then started doing the fraudulent thing. So that's the shortcut. And what we say in Liberia is the shortcut killed the air.
Yeah. Shortcut killed the air.
Yeah, when you going through the bushes and you see this beautiful road is clean, if you're not smart, you gotta know there's a track there.
Yeah, and they also say, "Oh, shotgun not for belly."
Yeah, there you go. So that is there because all the belly then get caught.
Yeah.
If for smart people who are smart, like one guy in Brooklyn used to tell me, he said, when it comes to illegal substance, like drug selling and all that, it's not only black people that are doing this. Okay? Some other people from the other races use it as a stepping stone, get your money, get out, and then
find something else.
Find something else to do, or turn your money, the dirty money, turn it into good money.
Yeah.
Like the Kennedys, when they were bootlegging liquor, illegal liquor.
Yeah.
They took that and turned it into an empire.
Yeah, political empire.
There you go. They cleaned the money, and today here they are, but only us.
Yeah, we all want to keep it dirty.
You want to keep it dirty forever.
Yeah.
So that's what it is, and our brother is going through this. Will you imagine, for me, I think same thing for you, the only pride that you have since you came from River G is your family name.
Yes.
Okay? Your family name. Why will you go back to River G
as a felon or disgraced felon. Somebody who came instead of lifting your parents' name, okay, in these United States, you are all over the airwave as a criminal, as a crook. In fact, the American government knew how bad this was when they asked the federal prosecutor, what has it done to the American health system?
Yeah.
They have to bite their tongue and say, not much. We will arrest this issue. We will follow them around. We will revoke their licenses wherever they are. Because they said this have done maximum damage to our health system, the health system will have collapsed.
And they were going to be in D.C. meeting
That's
Congress.
correct. So they have to bite the bullet and say, it didn't do much. We are going to recall these people. We're going to revoke them.
But and then go and look for the facts. Yeah.
Can you imagine 7,600 bogus nurses are walking around?
That's a lot.
In the private sector, in the public sector. You may have gone to your local, go see your family doctor, and they hire these nurses, phlebotomists, all these for taking your blood, doing this, doing that. These people are the kind of folks that come from these kinds of schools. When you go through your blood, some of the nurses take your blood and it hurt you so bad.
I mean, they did it to me before. I remember I went to quite a nasty. I mean, I got hit twice on the on the second arm. But what's going on? And, so I mean, I couldn't agree with you more, Brother Jerome. I couldn't agree with you more. But I would like to say a big thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. I know you got a long way to go tomorrow. Are you going to be live tomorrow?
Yes, I'll be live tomorrow after the proceeding. I will be live. Okay. We will be.
Are you going to be on
just
your
got
own
on the
page?
phone.
Are you going to be on your own page, or are you going to be somewhere on something else on your
page? We are collaborating with my own page and focus on Liberia.
Oh, focus on Liberia. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Jide Hard Talk. I just got on the phone with Freedom FM, King FM. So they're doing a lot in Liberia. So we can all
connecting with you two to do the podcast in Liberia.
That's correct.
That's
correct.
Good coordination there. Very good. Very good.
So that's what they are trying to do. And what we are trying to do here is using like your platform is to educate our young folks who are coming.
Yes, absolutely.
This is not how you come to the United States to get wealthy. You have to listen, man. When you listen to, there was an old commercial, E.F. Hutton, the investment commercial, say we make our money the old-fashioned way. We earn it.
We earn it, yes. We still use that term today. We still use that.
That's
term.
correct.
And
See, we make our money the old-fashioned way. We earn it.
We earn it, yeah.
That's why we've been around for hundreds of years. E.F. Hutton.
Yeah.
So we have to earn. We have to earn. When these guys are calling us from Liberia, uncle, send me some money, sometimes the money don't come on time. They tell you, maybe uncle, but we got to earn it.
Yes.
We have to earn it. So thank you for having me on your platform.
Yes, sir. And
hopefully tomorrow, after, we can come back and brief.
Absolutely. And thank you for that open invitation. Thank you so much. So, Brother Jerome, I'd like to say thank you so much. Have yourself a pleasant day, and may God bless you for all the work you do, sir.
Thank you, man. God bless.
All right, bye. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say a big thank you to every one of you guys tonight. It was an exciting night. All right, we're using our phone for some reason. Our internet went down. Whoever were trying to create misunderstanding, which I think it was not them, because my phone always worked. We had that same issue yesterday. But we managed to utilize what we call our superpower. We can go from Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, we go to Super Saiyan God, we go to Super Saiyan whatever, Super Saiyan Blue, and we'll even go to the ultimate neutral of our power. That's how good we are in our little corner here. But again, I would like to say thank you to every one of you guys for showing up. We look forward to tomorrow. And depending on the situation, we might likely come on or not, but tomorrow is my day off. But again, we got something big coming up, and we hope that if If it comes out tomorrow, then we'll come on early to discuss it because I know everywhere will be hot, and then we'll try to reach out to Brother Jerome to see whether he can come to give a play-by-play, conversation based on what he's going to experience tomorrow. So thank you guys. Thanks to every one of you guys. Please do not forget to share the video here. Share the video, and we really appreciate you for your time. Until then, have yourself a pleasant night, and then we'll reconvene when we get the time again. Good night to every one of you guys, and God bless you guys. Thank you for all the support. God bless you guys. Good night. J. Randy is signing off.